do some standing poses.
We're doing some you can actually talk that into the thing so he gets a cue that
Okay.
you're
So we need silence, please.
Welcome back to Yoga Express. Moving the body to still the mind. That's what our program is all about. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. We had such a good time. The last time we had Drue Michael to my immediate right. Drue is a yoga teacher trained at the advanced level, but when he teaches, he chooses to teach very simple, basic postures, because that's what it's all about, being able to filter all the advanced information you have in your head, filtering it out down to a really simple format so that everyone can join in. So Drue, it's a pleasure to have you back, and just so you know, Micheline, our other participant right here on the mat to my extreme right, Micheline is also a yoga teacher, and she loved it so much last time. She decided that she would accept my invitation to come back on the show. So I'm really honored to have both of you back. Drue, there was something the last time, I've been thinking about it for possibly a whole week now. I wanted to ask you, you have a special tattoo under your, is it right arm?
I do.
Can our viewers get a glimpse of that? And if we can have our director get a glimpse of that tattoo. It's actually so neat. It's so much neater than what a sanskar. What does sanskar mean?
Well, to me it means that we have these kind of impressions on ourselves from the past lives, past in this life.
Right.
And it has to do with karma. In my personal life, I feel like I have maybe like a lot of bad habits or a dark side, you could call it.
Right.
And so all of my tattoos are kind of like just little notes to remind me of things I should be thinking about.
You have more tattoos on your body?
I have this one here. I have one on my back of the state of Michigan, which is where I'm from.
Okay.
Just so I don't forget where I'm from, and that I have a dark side, and to stay in the present moment, like just little symbols more than literal things. Yeah.
What do you have planned for us today? Talking about your dark side. Oh, watch out for the mic behind you.
Oh, hello. Well, another friend. Well, I was thinking we could do some standing poses today, and a little bit of twisting because we're moving into colder times, colder weather anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Colder political times, and so I think like detoxifying, bringing up some fire, get some
you
kundalini
did such
moving.
a good job last time. Micheline and I were talking about it. With simple pelvic openers, we were already feeling charged. So I really wonder what you have in store for us. Before we do that though, I just want to let our viewers know that whatever Drue and Micheline will also be coming back on our show at some point, whatever they teach us will always stay within the parameters of basic stretches, which is right here in this postcard. So if you come on the show, or you can go to my website, yogaxpress.com, you will be able to access this postcard, and you can be sure that whatever you practice at home is not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you. So Drue, we are once again in your hands. Tell us what you're going to do.
Well, let's start by coming to standing up on our mats. So at home, you'll come to stand at the top of your mat.
Okay.
We're just going to stand wherever we can fit.
Okay. And yes, because we're all trying to get into the camera at the same time. Drue, you're very tall, so like this. Perfect.
Too tall for TV. So keep your feet maybe 2 fists apart. That's a good place if you're a beginning level practitioner. Some of you might be able to bring big toes to touch heels slightly apart. We're going to start by bringing our arms up over the head. And then exhale the hands to the heart. So just trying to bring some energy into the body. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up over the head. And then exhale the hands to your heart. Now And the last time we're going to inhale the arms up over the head. And then as we exhale, we're going to swan dive over the legs. Just take a moment here in your Uttanasana. You can sway your body from side to side. If you want, you can shake out your head. No, you can nod your head yes. Let's do one halfway up with a flat back. So bring your hands onto your shins. Press into the shins. Reach the top of your crown. Keep the knees just slightly bent. And then release your head over. Beautiful. And then you're going to keep your hands down on your mat. And you're going to step your left foot back. So I'm making my way to the top of the mat. So I can step my left foot back.
You don't step off the podium, right?
Flying forward. And then here, I just want to play around a little bit. I really like the Vinyasa school of yoga, which is like, a lot of times we just play around. I call it dancing in the pose. So if you want to feel yourself kind of rocking forwards and back, you want to get used to the feeling of pressing through the ball of your back foot. So your toes are even coming into play here. You might even flex your front heel a little bit. You can
What
keep
is
your knee.
vinyasa, if you'd explain it to our viewers?
Well, vinyasa means that you're basically breathing in a very specific way with the asanas. And for me, I also practice a little bit of tantric yoga. I think of it as like you're interweaving your breath into your asana practice. So it becomes a part of your life, not just something we do, once a week for an hour, right?
That's right. You want a little bit every day.
Everything on the mat is reflected off the mat, exactly. So bring your left knee down eventually to the floor. And you're going to bend into your front knee. I'm going to keep the back ball of my foot, my back toes tucked underneath. And you can even keep your hands down if you want. You'll notice as you press through the ball of your back foot, you can lift your left knee off the mat. And then eventually you
Joking,
can...
right? My knee is not coming off. Oh, with the
You
hands
might
down.
need the hands
Oh,
down,
okay.
yeah.
Got it.
And if you're at home and you have blocks, you can bring blocks under your hands. And so now, instead of lifting the knee off the mat, you're going to keep pressing through your back foot like you would bring the knee off the mat, but you're not going to. We're going to pull this right sitting bone straight back, so our hips are getting squarer. And you're going to bring your hands up on top of your knee. So right now, if you feel like there's a lot of weight on your kneecap, again, actively telling yourself, press through the ball of my back foot. It's like telling yourself to use your abdominals. They don't want to work at first, right? You have to tell yourself to use your abdominals. And then if you feel comfortable, you might reach your arms up over your head. Beautiful. Now go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor. Move your hips back just for a moment. So you're trying to stack your left hip over your left knee. Flex your front foot again. Micro bend a little in your front knee. And just release your head over. Beautiful.
And you're still curling the back toes, right?
Yep. Or you can untuck them if you want.
I
If that
actually
feels
untucked them
comfortable.
because it was hard on
Makes
my
it a
knees. Yeah.
deeper strap.
Yeah, it's totally fine either way. For me, I don't really mind. And then you're going to inhale the heart forward once again. And exhale the head down. Beautiful. Now bend back into your front knee. Retuck your back toes. You're going to lift your left knee up. But I'm going to keep both of my knees bent at least a little bit. I'm going to notice if I feel like my hips are falling over to the right, I want to bring my pelvis right to center. So if there's a line from the front of your mat to the back of your mat,
Oh, this
you're
looks easy,
separating
but it's
it.
tough.
That's a lot of fire, right?
Yeah, it is.
And then you're going to bend your front knee, pressing through the ball of your back foot. Walk your hands up on top of your front knee. So this is like a level above what we just did. Same stuff, just one level above. Inhale, if you can, your arms up. Now, in our last episode, we talked about our Mula Bandha. So I want to feel the root of my pelvis underneath lifting up. It changes the shape of my body. Look how it changes my belly. All the way up, and you feel that energy shoot up through your fingertips. And then exhale your hands down to the floor. You're going to press off your back foot, step your left foot forward, and hang over your legs. Once again, come halfway up. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Bend the knees and slowly roll up from the root all the way up to stand. Inhale the arms above your head. And exhale the hands to your heart. Now let's do our other side. Inhale, arms up. dive over your legs. Beautiful. Keep the hands on the floor. We're going to step our right foot back. Pressing through the ball of your back foot. Rocking forwards and backwards. Any way you'd like. You can bend both knees. You can also feel your hips kind of moving from side to side.
So it's more like a pulsing movement?
It can be like a pulsation. Some people feel that. Some people feel like it's a rocking back and forth or a swing. Just as long as you feel like this pose, right, that's like 5,000 years old is fresh in this moment. It's yours right now. It's nobody else's. And then we're going to keep pressing to the ball of our back foot. Bend your front knee. Touch your right knee down. And all the same stuff. We keep telling ourselves, press through the ball of my back foot. Maybe I can bring my hands up. I'm pressing my pubic bone forward, and I'm lifting my root all the way up, like I'm putting on a big pair of fisherman's pants or something, right? Maybe the arms reach up. And bring the hands down to the floor. Untuck your back toe, move your hips back to stack over your right knee, and then flex your front foot and maybe release your head over that leg. This is our Ardha Hanuman, half split. And even here, we don't have to be frozen, because there's really no such thing as stillness. It's all relative, right? It's all just a construct. Even when we think we're being still, our cells are moving, we're breathing, we're flowing. And then bend back into your front knee. Tuck your back toes. We're going to lift our right knee up. Keep both knees a little bit bent. We're pulling this left sitting bone back. And then maybe walk your hands up onto your front knee. Actively still pressing through the ball of your back foot. Maybe you reach your arms up. Keep lifting your Mula Bandha underneath. Up. And exhale, the hands come to the floor. You're going to press off the ball of your back foot and step forward. And hang yourself over in Uttanasana. Come up halfway. And exhale, release. Bend the knees to roll up. Beautiful. Inhale the arms above your head. And exhale your hands to your heart. So now let's start to integrate just a little bit of twisting into our practice. Inhale the arms up above your head. And let's do some side body opening first. So our palms are together above our head. We're going to just dive our arms a little bit over to the right. Keep weight in both feet, especially the left foot. And if you feel like your belly's falling forward, lift the root, lift the Mula Bandha. So you're feeling a side opening on the left and not the front belly. It's not a back bend, right? Come back to center. And then we're going to dive the arms over to the left. Woo. So we're opening up our ribs on the sides a little bit, opening up our side oblique muscles in the side of our hip, and coming back up. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then dive forward again. We're going to bring our big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Bend your knees and start to think you're sitting back for a teeny tiny little chair. This is our Utkatasana. And so the weight is in my heels. It's not really in the balls of my feet. I'm going to bring my hands up to my heart. And as I sit down and back, my heart lifts forward and up. And I try not to let my knees go forward of my toes. And keep my knees right over my heels. Yeah, and so eventually you're going to feel the fire coming back up into the quads, into the thighs, maybe even a little bit in the lower belly. Now let's see if we can take our thumbs that are at the heart and just shift our body to look over to the left. You don't have to hook your elbow. You certainly don't have to.
It's not
Just
gonna
twist.
happen.
It's not happening for me either. So one thing you can think about is that we're twisting from our belly button up. So nothing in the lower body changes. When you twist, you don't let your right knee come in front of your left knee. The knees stay together. Only twisting from your upper body. And then we're going to change and twist the other way. So we face the right. Keep your palms together. Don't let your left knee go in front of your right knee. Keep equal weight in both feet, and your weight stays in the heels. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your shins, come up halfway. And exhale, release everything over. That should feel really good.
It does.
And you can sway from side to side. Beautiful. Now bring your hands to the top of your mat.
I'm gonna have to take my feet to the back.
Oh, you guys are at the top of your mat. So walk your feet back. I was in the opposite place. And go ahead and melt your head down into your downward facing dog. You can walk out your feet. I'm feeling my fingertips pressing down, not just the heels of my hands, right? I'm feeling my heels melting down, not just the balls of my feet. I'm lifting my butt up and I'm letting my head melt down.
Are we moving up the chakras today, this week?
Possibly.
Okay. Because I'm using my abdominal muscles a lot, so I can feel that.
That's good. We've retained something from last week. And now reach your right heel back in space. So you're coming into what's called three-legged dog. We don't want to let our heart shift forward. We want to keep melting our head down. Now see if you can bend your right knee, open up your hip, extend long through the leg, and then bring it back down. Bend the knees a little bit. Let's do the other leg. Reach your left leg back, so really pressing through your left heel. Keep melting your head down. Look at your back right toes. Bend your left knee and open up the left hip. Extend long and bring the left foot back down. Let's flow through just a mini little vinyasa. So see if you can come forward into your plank, because we know we love plank.
Oh no.
Or your knees can be down if you want to modify it. Keep your elbows bent, keep your shoulders wide, and then bring your heart to touch the mat.
If I go down, I'm not coming back up.
That
You
was
don't have to, you can always
feels
stay.
so good.
You can always rest. Yes, let's do child's pose instead. So come through your cobra, and then coming back. Bring your seat on top of your heels, and then just melt your head down. Some people like to do their child's pose grabbing back for their heels, and then just pull your belly up, and release your third eye down. So you could do it with arms back, or arms forward. And you just want to think about breathing into the space of your belly. And let the expanse happen in your hips as well. Beautiful. Take one more breath. We're going to do just a little bit more subtle twisting. So there's so many ways we can twist. We can twist standing, we can twist on our knees, we can twist seated. So come back up to all fours, hands and knees. We're going to do a little twisting, a little shoulder opening. So we might actually touch each other this time, because we're going to be crossing the mat a little bit with our arms. So press both of your hands down. You're going to reach your right arm up. And as I reach my right arm up, I'm pressing my left hand down, twisting my heart over to the right. And then I'm going to exhale and bring this right hand behind my left wrist. Now, most of you should be able to come onto your shoulder and the right side of your head. If it's not coming all the way down, you can also just come onto your elbow. This is perfectly fine. And then everyone gets to decide if they want to reach their left arm forward, tent the fingers maybe. Maybe you reach your left arm up. Maybe you can touch your lower back with that left hand. So I'm doing the modified version, and the ladies are doing the full version. But I'm even getting a nice twist here, and a little bit of a shoulder opener still, so this is totally awesome. Every expression of the pose is divine. Take one more breath.
I love what you just said.
Yes.
Every expression is divine.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Even if you're doing an expression I've never seen before. And then go ahead and come back up, all fours, hands and knees. Because there's lots of choreography, right? Everyone has their version of every pose. And let's do the other side. Let's wrap things up here. Reach your left arm up. Take one more breath as you press down, reach up, and then exhale, bring that left arm behind your right wrist. Either coming through the full version on the shoulder, the left side of your head, or you can stay up on your elbow. Let me do that version. Maybe reach the right fingertips forward, maybe up, maybe touch your lower back. Taking two more breaths, just like we took breaths in our child's pose. Fill up the belly, fill up the pelvis. One more time. exhale. Beautiful. And start to walk your hands back towards your feet. So walking hands back towards feet is a little easier than walking feet forward towards hands or hopping forward for most beginning practitioners. Keep the knees bent, come up halfway. Remember, we're pressing the hands into our shins. We're reaching the top of our head, not our nose. Top of our head forward. Lift the belly up off your thighs. And then release your hands down to the floor. Bend the knees and use the root of your pelvis to start to roll up. All the way up to stand. Feel chin touching chest. Arms up above your head. And exhale your hands to your heart. Beautiful. Let's take a little tiny balance. So feeling a bending in your knees. I'm going to bring weight over into my left foot. I'm going to lift my right knee up towards my heart. And that's already kind of a challenge. So notice if you're lifting your right hip up, keep your hips square. You can even hold your hips if that helps you. I'm keeping a little bit of a bend in my supporting knee. I'm going to take my opposite hand, my left hand, try to grab my right kneecap. And then maybe touch my lower back with my right hand. So you don't have to change anything. You can continue to look forward, find a non-moving object. So don't look at a person because they could always fall over. Or don't look at your dog because they never stand still, right? And then if you have your focus, see, there we go. I lost my drishti and I fell over. But eventually you might start to change the heart facing the right side of the room. Maybe you reach your back hand straight back. If you have your drishti really embodied, you might be able to change it. You might be able to slowly, yes. Drishti is the visual focus, the gaze of the eyes. You might look over to the right, and maybe you look back. Woo, a little fire in the foot.
Tough, yeah.
Yes.
Now we have 3 minutes, so we can do the other side really.
Okay, we'll do it really, really quickly.
No,
No?
you can do it
Comfortably.
comfortably.
Okay.
Definitely fired up my left.
So shake out your fire leg. I call it a fire leg, because it happens, right? We have to admit we have one. Bring your weight into your right foot. Hands can be in Anjali Mudra. You can lift the left knee up. You might also want to feel the hips out. Little micro bend in the supporting knee. Maybe grab your lower back with left hand. Bring right hand to the knee. You don't have to change a single thing. Unless you feel really embodied here, then you can start to turn your heart towards the left. Maybe reach your left hand back. I've got a very
Interesting.
intense.
I find this leg is a little stronger,
Uh-huh.
or maybe it's just that I know what to expect.
Exactly. And if you feel really strong in it, you might start to change your drishti to look over to the left.
Oh, I don't feel that strong.
It's always interesting how one side could be so different from
Exactly.
the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trying to come back the same way you came in. With grace, they always say. And then bring everything back to front. Bend both knees, inhale, arms up. And exhale the hands to your heart. And there you have it. Just a little bit of twisting.
Ooh, that was an amazing workout.
Lots
I
of
always
fire.
I always have this, every time I teach in a group, I always keep this one thing in mind, that the spine needs to move in the 6 directions. So I've noticed, even though you didn't say it, you were trying to take us through a back bend, forward fold, whatever, between the last episode and this one. We also got the twist in. I wasn't expecting that today. It was tough. What
It
do
was
you
a
think?
nice twist, yes.
That's
The
good,
spine
right?
needs all 6 stretches.
But I
It
was
craves
calling you
them.
names when we had to hold it back low. My knees was.
It's kind of been called worse. I've been called much worse.
I also found it very interesting when we were in low lunge to keep the
It was hard.
back toes curled because
Mhm.
I only curl my toes when I'm in high lunge.
Oh, right.
So
right.
it was different.
It was hard for
It's
me.
different.
For me, it wasn't different because I more or less knew what to expect out of Drue because he's
And
in the same group. Same
I've never
students.
practiced with you. So.
Right, but it was tough for me. I couldn't get my knees with my toes in. There was more pressure on my knees, so I had to keep my toes flat. I found it hard. I
Yeah.
know what you mean. If you don't expect that.
Yeah, I'm not used to keeping my,
Right.
always learning.
That was a good workout. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank our facilitator as well, Andrew Leon, and thanks to Kyle Phoenix, our director. Kyle, thank you for seeing us through. We really enjoyed having you direct our show. You did boss us around, especially me, but we love that about you. Thanks to Micheline DeBono. Micheline is a yoga teacher as well and has promised to come in one of our episodes in the future. And special thanks to Drue Michael, our guest teacher for
Thank
today.
you.
And Drue, I
Yeah.
have to say, and I'm sure Micheline agrees as well, that was an amazing work. And I can see the sweat beads on
I
your
know.
forehead too. No, that was good. It
I was
good.
cold when we started class. You definitely warmed me.
Hey.
And the layers started coming off, right?
Good, good,
It was
good.
good. Kyle, are we ready to go? Or we can just do whatever we want now, right? You give us a free
You
hand.
can do whatever you like.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
Now, what I really feel like doing a nice forward fold. I heard a pop in my back
Oh, yeah.
when I did the twist.
That's
and I
good,
thought, I
but
thought that was just my
as long as
stomach
there's no
anyway.
pain accompanying the popping.
Yeah, when I go into bridge
No
pose.
pain.
And
Oh, yeah, back bending.
I'll go this way.
That feels good right now. I'm getting on my back and going to sleep. You put me in a good mood.
We didn't do
Yes.
any shavasana.
No, we
I
didn't
know,
do
maybe
any
we should
supine.
just-
Yeah, we didn't do any supine.
We should just go into Shavasana.
Episode 3 one day will just be yoga.
Just
nidra.
Shavasana.
That's the thing. That's the unfortunate thing about being, teaching on air. You can't just have shavasana. You want movement, right? People want to see us move.
Right.
But yeah, the shavasana would be a great experience.
It's the most important part
That's
of
true.
the class.
True, true, true. We need to get
And
that.
we're done.
Thank you, Kyle.
I actually had a guy, there's a new guy that teaches after my class and he's been so rude.
Ooh.
So
That's not very
last
good.
week, the first week I didn't know and I went over, I always teach for an extra 15
I
minutes
had
because
that
there was
same
no
problem
one.
this week.
But this guy comes in and I had no idea, so I apologized. I told everybody, like I said, please let me know. I don't want to be disrespectful of everybody
Right,
else this time either. So yesterday, on Tuesday, he came in
Right.
at 6:53,
Well,
and he starts
7
making
o'clock.
sounds. He literally comes in the room and starts making sounds
That's
like a
terrible.
little child.
Oh, you sent
It's
me
for
it in
the
an
school.
email, yeah.
And he had to, that
he
was to
goes,
disrupt your class?
I'm doing yoga. I
He's
always
a yoga
finish in
teacher
yoga
too?
nidra. No.
Oh.
Oh.